Here is the diary entry about Sam, an obscure relative. Nobody knows where Sam comes from, and they're like, why is Sam part of the family? So they tried to figure out how Sam was related, but they can't figure it out. Sam grew up with these farmhands or something like that. So that's related back to this. Sam is actually Samantha Roottree. Dun dun dun. So, Sam is the secret child of Elias and Patricia Christensen. Patricia, they had a secret romance. Her baby was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away. Patricia married somebody else. Patricia reappeared, now calling herself Patsy, and she reunited with Elias, Ellie Jr. Okay, so this is Patsy. Patricia Christensen, okay, that was his spouse. And they had a child called Sam. Okay, so Sam is probably Samantha Roottree now. That's Sam's official name, according to that piece of evidence. Okay, very explosive. Patsy and Eli finally married. Elias decided Sam should have been a Roottree in the first place. Okay, so Sam was in that one picture, that one family picture, because she was complaining, why is Sam in here? Sam shouldn't be allowed in here, right? So one of these two is Sam. I don't know how to tell which one is which. So Eli... These are just all the people of that generation. Her and her brothers. One of them's got to be Angelica, and then one of them's got to be... One of them has to be the Sam. So we can just take these pictures and maybe guess that way. Like if the game says, hey, you got it right, then I'll know I had it right. So, okay. Darn. I was kind of hoping I was so close to like number 24 that it would tell us which one we've got. But it did not. It did not. Sorry. So let's go back. Let's see if I've got all that information then. The scandalous secret. Now let's do the next page of the book. More about Sam. Great. Okay. Clearly I didn't know Sam was a Roottree. She's a fine woman. She might have been the sister figure that Gwyn never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her. And her children seem eager to help the family. Ernie's been learning day to day from Zach. That's Ernie Jr., right? Wait, who's he again? Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her around. So, but I thought Ernie was somebody else. Oh dear, here are my notes. Like, I've got Ernie Jr., who's Carl's cousin. So Ernie Sr., so this must be Ernie. Yeah, okay, so Samantha Roottree has Ernie. The two kids are Ernie Jr. and Gwyneth is a green thumb. So that might be we have to make a joke about it. Sam is a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. Okay, so we now know that Sam has jet black hair and green eyes. Therefore, Angelica is the other woman in the photo. She does not have jet black hair and green eyes. And I have no idea who she married. Green thumb, like gardener maybe? Is gardening in there. Darn! Thought I could get it figured out nice and easy like that. Alright. So her children were Eli Jr., or Ernie Jr., sorry. Ernie married Deborah Bean and had a daughter named Nicole. His sister is Gwyneth. Okay, so Gwyneth... How do I know which one's older? Trying to get back to this note here about Sam. She doesn't have thick glasses. Her children have that covered. Pop's face. Zach was made president. Okay, we did know that, right? Zach was made president. Like, there was a Zach around here who was a company president at some point. You know, I'll just add that to my notes and hope that I already had that information. And a Zach. Mother reframed it a bit to calm it down. Sam doesn't get any money. Pop warned us away from the farm in years. I never saw EC. Pop told him he was a bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us away from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. I'm not sure that Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy. If I were her, I might not forgive them, but even so, she seems to blame more on the two of them. She doesn't mind her next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Okay. Yeah, it's not exactly saying what the job was. She's probably, let's just guess, housewife, maybe? And hope that's it. That's not knocking anything down off of the list. So, unknown occupation. Ah. So more about Clark. Reading this back, I get deja vu. Clark's gotten married again. No Rootrees ever married. I lost Jacob, and Gwyn divorced Wild Bill before she had her second. Not that I blame her. I've seen what he does in Starlet. Oh, maybe we're supposed to look him up in that Starlet magazine. So, Starlet, Wild Bill Williams. His real name was Walter Forsythe. Oh, I guess I'm totally wrong about his name then. Let's fix that. Forsythe, Walter Forsythe. There we go. He doesn't mention her by name, but you figure out that he's talking about Gwen. Apologies to the ladies I'm taking. Earlier this year, I did a friend a favor. Who's directing a war movie, asked me to play a small part. He cut me out of the picture. I'm just joking. The studio didn't want a star for me, so I met somebody. She was crying, but it's true love. The third is a rumor that his divorce was due to multiple affairs. Gwyn announced she was pregnant again, but what are their children? I guess they just don't say what the children's name is. In that. Whatever. Back to this. Lord knows that Eli C stepped up and helped. Eli C practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers. Who is Eli C? Let's get a random name. Eli. Oh, okay. So Eli C is probably her brother. Maybe. So he's marrying Jane. I'm so confused. Okay. Clancy or... Aha! That's probably it then. Because that's a note I have. I thought. Lauren's three brothers surround her in a photo. Lauren's brothers, Eli, maybe Edward. Okay. So let's put that down as a note. Lauren's brothers are Eli C, Edward, and Clancy. Eli C has a son named Jim. And Jim is marrying somebody named Jane to prevent her from running out on the band. It's the musician guy. Musician guy, right? I guess Jim, James. That could be it. That could be it. Why doesn't it save where I was looking at? Okay, so going back to this. This must be Eli, right? Eli C. Great, that's Eli C. Okay, and then he had that's Eli C. The other brothers being Clancy. Well, I've got Clancy Jr. over there, which means this one must be Edward. Let's get that note out of here. And Miracle's younger child is the other Eli. Okay, so Miracle's younger child, Eli, the other Eli. See? I knew that note would come in handy. And I've got a million notes about Angelica, which do not help. All right. And in that random picture, Eli is not in that. Eli is not in. Let's find that random picture. It's really hard to have the notes at the same time as anything. Okay. So I think we've identified everybody in this picture. Okay, those are her three brothers. Right. Three brothers, and then there's Sam. So her three brothers, there's Sam, which means this one was Gwendoline. Then who's this last one? Because that other one was Miracle and Miracle's kids. This one probably wasn't born yet. If Miracle Jr. was just a kid, Eli probably wasn't born yet. Therefore, the last one in the photo, yeah, the last one in the photo is this guy. He must be that blank spot on our left-hand side. His name is Zach. He was the second president. Booyah. Solving puzzles. Nice. Okay. Getting back to where we were. I think, like, I hope she gives some information that lets us identify which one of her brothers, which of the people in the photo is her brother. Like, we know the three that are her brothers. Which one is which? What are their jobs? Okay, so let's see. I thought we were going to have some more information about Clark getting married again. Yeah, no, it's about Jim marrying Jane, actually, as opposed to Clark. I wish we could get a name for Clark's other spouse. Oh, well. And this is probably a LaRue, right? Because they have the two kids, Rafferty LaRue, Lafferty LaRue, but I don't know if it's LaRue Jane. Oh, wait. If it's Diamond LaRue, that's it. That's our clue, right? Because he's marrying Jane to keep her from running. See, I don't know if the he is referring to Clark or Jim. Okay, Jim's marriage is as solid as a rock. Pun intended, because he's a musician. So then we're saying that actually Jim's marriage is still together, right? That Jim? I'm having things confused. Okay, so this is a Jane. That was him getting remarried. When he got remarried, he remarried somebody named Jane. Really? Was that the only Jane? Oh, don't tell me it's something creepy like he married her sister. Like, then he married Kim LaRue and then had the two LaRue daughters. That would explain the Lafferty LaRue, though. Well, if he's in a band, then he was probably a musician. Clark was probably a musician. Names. Okay. Addresses feedback. The biggest complaint is how many similar names are there. I get it. There are 4 Elis, but that's how it is. Let me say Eli, and I don't know which they meant. My cousin, my uncle, my cousin, and that's why they became Uncle Junior or Miracles Eli or Eli C. Okay. Our family names are always unusual. Okay. Whenever somebody's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. Okay. Was I supposed to not know that yet? Like, Eli Jr. was the firstborn son. Clancy Jr., firstborn son. Women's name gets mixed up. Gwendoline is some form of Gwyneth, and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. So Gwendoline is Gwyneth. Elias's mother is Caroline. Which one's Elias? Who has a mother named Caroline? Let's see if I can find Gwendoline anywhere. Elias's mother was Caroline. I don't see any Caroline anywhere. So that was wrong. Okay. So if you're reading your diary and getting confused, you're not alone. Everybody got confused. I got mail from Edward Clancy Roottree, and that was my father's name backwards. So I guess this is figuring out, like, if we had not figured out a lot of those names earlier, this would probably be helpful. Still trying to figure out who Gwendoline and then Elias's mother, Caroline. Like, who could that Caroline be? Like, I'm looking just CI and there's no Caroline. That clue doesn't help. Okay. Biggest complaint. Yeah, there are 4 Eli's. So, brother, uncle, or cousin. That's why it's Uncle Junior, Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Yeah. I don't know if that particular thing helps in the slightest. Okay. And then let's do the next page. This is a fun bonus. Apparently she found, this is the first thing she ever wrote. It was a school assignment about anger. She must have been in 3rd grade. I was angry. I met a new girl I don't like. She was dirty and didn't have a pretty dress. Me and Pop didn't like them, and Pop is my... And then she said, your Pop is my dad, and she screeched it loud in my ear. She was lying, and lying's not a bad thing, so I pushed her away, and then Pop took her away. He said, don't worry, I'm glad she's gone. Uh-oh. I bet that's related to this top secret thing, isn't it? That's gotta be it, right? Somebody saying, I'm a secret child. Alright, let's see if I can use hints here. There's a sticker on the front of Rolling On Down to the City that I was supposed to notice a million years ago. Okay, let's take a look. Sticker on the front. Am I supposed to look up Peter? I can't read that guy's name. Spider search for MMM. Okay, that's... Yeah, this is something we were supposed to do a million years ago. Okay. MMM. Modern Monthly Music Magazine. So now we're going to look up Modern Monthly Music and then whatever that band is. Rolling On Down to the City. Rolling On Down to the City. Until a few years ago, Diamond and I were in CJ and JD with my cousin and his ex. Ah, yeah, see, he was married. Yeah, I guess that just confirms that Clark married somebody in the, so that's the CR, right? C and J, so Clark and Jane. I was right about that. Clark and Jane, and then he's James and Diamond. Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane are actually sisters, so we had a cutesy family thing going on. When Diamond walked in on... Oh, no more family band. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music, but he wanted catchy tunes. Something you hum a week later. I don't mind saying this because he'd agree. For the most part, he's a mess. He started rapper tunes, and he's a much better... Okay, let's look for that. One member, okay. Spider search for that. Maybe that'll tell us more about him. Get us pictures. Okay, the inspiration for a famous Super Bowl campaign. Clark was getting a family portrait with his wife as children. His wife was trying to get Katrina, the youngest. And now we have photos. Katrina being the youngest. And Jessica being the oldest. Okay, let's get this new photo. Where is it? Here it is. And we should be able to just get all of them in there. And maybe his wife as well. Yeah, let's get his wife's picture. Sure, why not? He got bald. He got so bald. So bald. I think those are the two sisters, right? Did I get them correct? Let's look at the photo. Nope, the one with braces looks older. Or at least the one with braces is taller. And then Chris is this guy. And then he works as an advertiser. Wait, no, that's not him. No. We want Clark Rafferty. He is... and he works in advertising now. That's it. Okay, great. Ending of the video with 3 more blood relatives. It's probably him and his kids, right? No! Okay, okay. So I was not correct about the kids. Well, I'll just have to try to fix that in the next video, I guess. Man, it feels like I'm just getting everything out of order. But hey, it looks like I got a couple of spouses correct as well, so that's good.